If you've played the old Silent Hill games, then a lot of things in Hollowbody will remind you of those times, be it the sound or monster design, camera perspective, and even how the story is set up. This might almost seem too much inspiration for some people to still call it original, but when taking a closer look, then it becomes clear that this single developer still has his own vision. We can also clearly see that there is demand for games that stick to the old school formula. Here's a quick spoiler-free rundown of what this game's about, before we take a look at some important info that surely is relevant for you as a potential player and customer of this game. So we play as Micah. She is basically a smuggler. The game is set in a messed up, semi-post-apocalyptic future. The world outside the so-called exclusion zone is still functioning, but inside the exclusion zone, it's pretty much a wasteland. It has been sealed off for good reason. So why exactly are we trapped in the zone, you might ask? Micah's partner, Sasha, decided to go into the zone, alone of course, looking for answers about something. Micah's been worried for 12 days and finally gets a chance to go in after her. She basically bribes her way in, but rather quickly things go south as her ship crashes and now she's stuck. The main goal from now on is of course to survive, find hints about her partner Sasha and get the hell out of there. That includes puzzles that admittedly haven't been too challenging in the playable demo, although the developer did mention plenty of improvements have been made for the release. The camera angles switch between fixed and dynamic to add to the cinematic feel. This camera perspective is often still considered the best choice for the ultimate experience, as it lets the developers control exactly what you see and when. There is full voice acting in the game, and it's not bad. Take a quick listen.
There's something on the table. I can't reach it with my bare hands.
The game has ranged and melee combat, and like you would expect from a title like this, it's not really the highlight here. The highlight is clearly the atmosphere, and it works, especially when playing with headphones. The ambience, sound effects and graphics, coupled with the fixed camera, and environmental and contextual storytelling. All of this together creates an atmospheric result. Something worth keeping in mind is that the floaty feeling of the camera, accompanied by a pretty narrow field of view, can trigger motion sickness if you are prone to that. Now, the aspect that gives me some cause for concern is actually the price range the developer is targeting, which is around $20 US. I'm all for supporting indie developers, and if people enjoy his game enough to spend that money, then I'm happy for his success. But this is a game that, according to the developer, can be completed in 3 to 5 hours. Now, even games within the 10 to 15 euro price range often offer tens of hours of content and replayability. This game has to compete with excellent cheaper games like Darkwood, costing 15 euros, but offering 10 to 20 hours of gameplay with tons of replayability. Cat Lady is another excellent, disturbingly beautiful game, taking around 8 hours to beat. The price tag here isn't even 10 euros. Of course there is more than just the gameplay numbers, but I do suspect that this could negatively impact the sales and reach of the game. Anyways, that's about it for today. If this was helpful, a like and especially a comment always helps me out tremendously, and I'll see you next time.